Interest rates are coming down and a lot of us are already thinking about home ownership. Buying a home is the biggest financial decision you'll ever make. So is it really worth taking out a home loan? I'm going to discuss that on this video today. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of getting a home loan and just also give you my perspective on whether is it a good thing to do or is it not a good thing to do. So stay around until the end so that you don't miss on anything. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Agnes, and on here I share my journey to financial independence. So if this is your thing, please hit the subscribe button and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss any video that I post. Before we talk about the pros and cons, let's talk a little bit about what a home loan is. So a home loan, sometimes it can be called a mortgage, is a loan from a bank or a lender used to buy a house, where the house itself serves as a collateral. So because of this, the interest on the home loan tends to be lower than your credit card or your personal loan interest. And another thing that you know is that home loans are long-term type of loans. So it takes about anything from 15 to 30 years for you to repay this loan. And also some of the things that you might come across in your home buying process is things like down payment. A down payment is an amount that you pay upfront before getting the loan. This helps to reduce your monthly repayment on the loan, and it can also help you get a good interest. And then the other thing is the interest rates. I said earlier on that the interest rate of the home loan is lower than what you get from your credit card or a personal loan, because the home itself serves as a collateral. And then you also need to understand that the rates can either be fixed or adjustable. So if you get a fixed rate, let's say you get a home loan at 4%, you will pay that 4% of interest throughout the entirety of that term of that loan. But if you get an adjustable rate, when the repo rate goes up, your interest will go up. When it goes down, your interest goes down. I don't know exactly how the banks decides whether to give you a fixed or an adjustable rate. That I do not have knowledge of. So so now that is out of the way, let's talk about the pros of getting a home loan or a mortgage. So the first pro is home ownership without full capital. Let's be honest, getting a house now can cost about 1 million rand. And who has 1 million rand sitting into their account waiting to buy a house? Even those people that have the 1 million rand, they just won't go and buy the home cash. They want to leverage that because they know that they get a lot of benefit by using a loan to buy a home over using cash. So a home loan makes home ownership accessible to almost anyone who has an income and has a good credit score. So that's the first pro. The second pro is building equity. You will hear from a lot of agents. They will tell you that when you are paying your home loan, you are building equity. It means, what it simply means is that you are increasing the amount of the house you own, the amount of you are increasing your ownership in that house. If you're renting, obviously you don't build in any equity, but if you are paying your home loan, you are building some equity. You are building some equity. Every time you pay, you own more of your house. And then the third one is the potential appreciation. But even with the market fluctuation, real estate most of the time does appreciate in value. And then the last one is fixed payment. So if you have a fixed rate home loan or a fixed rate mortgage, then it means you will pay that monthly payment for the entirety of that home loan. So whether interest rate goes up or down, you will remain with the same one that you signed up initially. Again, I don't know how the bank decides whether they should give you a fixed rate or an adjustable rate. So those are the pros. And then let's talk about the cons of getting a home loan. So the first one is interest cost. So you pay significantly more than what the house cost. So if your house costs like 1 million and you take out a home loan, you will pay almost double that amount. The debt burden is the second one. A mortgage is a long-term financial commitment. So if your financial situation changes, the bank will repossess the house and you might lose some of the money that you've already paid. So it's a huge burden, at least the way I see it. Like, having a long-term loan is a huge burden, but some people are okay with it. And also the market risk. I said earlier on that real estate appreciates over time, but they always do not appreciate. Sometimes they do depreciate. There's a lot of factors that does come into this process. You can actually do land in a negative equity because the home does have the potential of depreciating in value. The big one, hidden cost of home ownership. So when you go on Property 24 and you calculate your affordability, you do find that yes, you can afford this house. One thing that people don't really realize is the hidden cost. So there's things like property tax, maintenance, insurance, and all these, you don't see them up front. These are the things that come after you have acquired the home. So owning a home comes with ongoing cost that if you are renting, you typically won't have to pay this cost, but if you own the home, then maintenance is on you, insurance is on you, and a whole lot of other things. So now that we've discussed the pros and cons, we can agree that taking out a home loan to buy a house is not for anyone, right? And now that brings us to the question, who should get a home loan? So personally, I do believe that people with stable income can consider getting a home loan. But also, how do you know that you will have the same job in 30 years? Because, like, let's be honest, people are getting replaced by artificial intelligence, and there's just a lot, but it's also no guarantee. And then the next one is that people planning to stay long term. So if you are a young person and you're considering getting a home loan, buying a house, then chances are maybe when you get in your 30s or your 40s, you might want to either change the city or change the country. So if you know that you are going to stay there for the rest of your life, then it's a good thing for you to get a house. But if not, then it can be a little bit complicated. And also people with a good credit score. If you have a good credit score, you might get a good interest rate. And if your credit score is not so good, you probably won't get a good interest rate. Who should avoid a mortgage? So people with unstable finances, people with high interest rate debt. So if you have a lot of credit cards that you are still paying, then getting a home loan is not for you, at least until you're done paying those high interest debt. People with short-term plans, like I explained, if you're still young, you're not sure whether you're going to live there for a long time, then you shouldn't consider getting a house there. In conclusion, getting a home loan can be a great tool to achieve home ownership, but it is not for everyone. It requires careful planning, a stable financial situation, and a long-term mindset. So if you are investing, then that's another thing. But if this is a home that you're going to live in, to raise your family in there, then there's a lot of planning that you have to do before acquiring that home loan. So you need to make sure that you carefully evaluate your financial situation before you make any decision to get a home. And then I personally suggest consulting with a financial advisor or a home loan broker. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you do own a home, how did you go about that? How did you come about to make the decision? How did you come about to know that that was the right decision for you? And if you are not planning to own a home anytime soon, also let me know in the comment why are you not planning to buy a house. Like, what is your reasons as to why you don't want to buy a house? Again, thanks so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.